Okay. Would you be willing to kind of coach the two trainees a little bit before they head out? Or okay. Oh, okay.
Please be seated. Good afternoon. My name is Amy Gort, and I serve as the Provost and Executive Vice President for Hi. Okay, should we try this again? Hi, everyone. Please be seated. Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Amy Gort, and I serve as the Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs. It's my great pleasure to welcome all of you to the 109th commencement ceremony of Metropolitan State University on behalf of our students, faculty, and staff. This is also a special year for the university because we are celebrating our 50th anniversary. We're thrilled to celebrate your accomplishments and our anniversary together with you today. Graduation is an important day in the life of a university, a day when we celebrate the successes of our students. It's a day when we reflect on all the hard work each student has done to achieve graduation. All of the sacrifices each student has made to get to this day, and we celebrate each of you today. Today, 1,290 new Metropolitan State University graduates will join our alumni to make our total alumni. Yes, let's clap for that. Sorry. All of those new graduates will bring our total number of alumni to 50,287. These thousands of graduates are making a positive impact for their families, their communities, here in our local area and across the world. Today's graduates will join those ranks, and we look forward to seeing how your lives impact and unfold in the future. To mark our commencement today, during our anniversary year, the president and I want to take a photo with all of you. So if you could stand while you're able, we're going to do like a pseudo selfie here. So if you could stand if you're able, we're going to take a photo from the stage. Well, not us. Thank you for indulging us. We wanted to record today in a special way. It's now my pleasure to introduce President Ginny Arthur.
Well, thank you, Provost Gort. We begin our celebration today by acknowledging that we are on the unceded lands of the Dakota and Anishinaabe people. Just 12 miles away from Metropolitan State University's Dayton's Bluff campus, the Minnesota River joins the Mississippi River at a place called Bedote, the place where two waters come together in Dakota. Bedote and the bluffland surrounding Metro State is an especially sacred site, a spiritual and physical place of creation for Indigenous peoples in Minnesota. It is important to understand the long-standing history that has brought us to reside on this land and our place within that history. We encourage each of us who are settlers on or visitors to this land to become familiar with the Dakota and Anishinaabe peoples and their vibrant lives and work. This understanding must engage us in finding the way to build true community and solidarity and to make amends for past wrongs. To our Indigenous students and their families, congratulations on the accomplishments you celebrate today. We are humbled to have you with us. To all of our graduates, it is a privilege to serve as president of this great university and an honor to be with you today to recognize your academic achievements and this important milestone in your life, and to do it in person for the first time in 2 years. As the public urban university, whose primary mission is to make an excellent, engaging, and inclusive learning experience accessible to all adult learners, we know that many of you have juggled work, family, and community responsibilities while pursuing your studies. As if that were not challenging enough, you did this during a global pandemic that has kept you studying at home, isolated for others, for some serving as your children's teachers, and caring for your family's health and safety. Over the past 21 months, you have dealt with fear, loss, isolation, and the anxiety resulting from the uncertainties we have all faced daily. Nevertheless, you persevered, and today we are able to join you and your loved ones in person to joyfully celebrate your graduation. All of us here today, or joining by live stream, are extremely proud of you and your accomplishments. Metropolitan State is proud to serve thousands of students who are the first in their families to earn a university degree. In fact, first-generation students are 55% of our student body. At this time, I invite all of our graduates who are first in their family to complete their undergraduate or graduate degree to stand as you are able and be recognized. Know that you have created a new pathway and tradition for your families. I am often asked to describe the characteristics of a typical Metropolitan State graduate, as if there was a typical graduate. But here are the words I most often use to describe you: resilient, creative problem solvers, exceptional multitaskers, persistent and goal-oriented, eager lifelong learners, independent thinkers, highly responsible, organized, and mature. As a result of your Metro State education, you have experience working in teams, have honed your oral and written communication skills, have developed some intercultural competence through interacting and working with people who have diverse backgrounds, have had your awareness of racial issues raised through completion of our racial issues graduation requirement, and you understand the importance of participation in our civic and community life as evidenced by one of the very best student voting records in the United States. These characteristics and skills equip you to become leaders, both in your careers and in your communities. Our university is among the best in the nation for helping our graduates move into a middle class or better lifestyle, what the experts call social mobility. And it is among the top 10% of universities for return on investment, as measured by the improvement our graduates reap in lifetime earnings. But what is really important is that our graduates so often share that a metropolitan state university education has helped them expand their horizons and grow as individuals and as community members. I am not sure if you realize that you are an incredibly special group of graduates. Today, Metropolitan State celebrates 50 years of granting degrees and transforming the lives of students, families, and communities. I promise you, on behalf of our faculty and staff, to keep our focus on the original Metropolitan State vision, welcoming and supporting all students, regardless of their life circumstances, providing innovative programs that prepare you for a rapidly changing world of work, maintaining our unwavering commitment to create an equitable, inclusive, and anti-racist learning environment, and to being deeply engaged with our community. We are determined that as long as there is anyone in our community who seeks a flexible, accessible, high-quality college education, there will always be Metropolitan State to remove the barriers. Please remember, graduates, that even though you are receiving your degree today, Metropolitan State will always be your academic home. I look forward to celebrating your future achievements with you. You know, presidents often wish they had a crystal ball to see into an uncertain future. But as I stand before you today and I look into your faces, I do see the future, and it is bright and promising. Thank you. Before we proceed further, I thank the Beacon Hill Brass Band for the beautiful music they are providing today. My thanks to our sign language interpreters for their service in making the ceremony accessible and enjoyable for all of us. We also recognize a special guest who has joined our celebration, Mr. Joseph Ellis, representing the university's foundation board. At this time, I would like to recognize our academic deans and university administrators who work diligently, often behind the scenes, to make sure you have an outstanding educational experience at Metropolitan State. You'll find their names and titles in the commencement program. I thank them for their leadership and dedication to the success of our students. During the presentation of degrees, the Dean of the College of the Degree Recipients will advance to the front of the stage to greet the graduates of their college. To maintain the safety and health of all during this time of COVID, we will not be shaking hands with graduates. Nevertheless, we congratulate you warmly. Our other distinguished guest speakers will be introduced throughout the ceremony. I am keenly aware that the quality of our students' academic experiences relies not only on our students' energy and efforts, but also on the professional commitment, knowledge, and skill of our dedicated resident and community faculty. We have just a few with us today because in the interest of reducing the size of the crowd, we asked them to watch on live stream. But I do think we have a couple, and I would invite them to stand as representatives and be recognized. Academic advisors and staff are also important to the success of our students. Today, many staff are working around this facility to make this day special, but the advisors and staff who are here Would you please stand and be recognized? And otherwise, thank all those people who are directing you. Graduates, please join me in thanking all these colleagues for their dedication to your academic and future success. I hope you will take time over the next couple of weeks to reach out and thank your professors, advisors, and other staff of the university who have helped you along the way. I can tell you, there is no greater reward for any of us than to hear from a successful graduate. Now, it is my pleasure to invite Trustee Jay Coles, Chair of the Minnesota State System Board of Trustees, to bring greetings on behalf of the board and the Chancellor.
Greetings. Hello, my name is Jay Coles, and I serve as a trustee and chair of the Minnesota State Board of Trustees. On behalf of my fellow trustees, I offer our warmest congratulations to all of you who are graduating today from Metropolitan State University. We know that to get to this day, as you'll hear already and later in remarks, I'm sure, you've had to juggle work, family, and community responsibilities while pursuing your studies, and you did all this successfully during this pandemic. We are so very proud of your dedication and perseverance. We are confident the education you received has equipped you well to be leaders in both your careers and your community, and truly believe that each of you represents hope for a bright and bold future for your families, for your community, for Minnesota, and for our world. Minnesota State is an interdependent network of vibrant colleges and universities committed to being a place of hope and opportunity for our students, no matter who they are or where they come from. Each of our colleges and universities contribute to an engaged, equitable, and productive society and serve as catalysts for social and economic vibrancy. All of us who are celebrating you virtually do so because we believe in the power of public higher education to change lives. And today, we celebrate because we believe that the outstanding, accessible, affordable, and relevant education that our colleges and universities have provided to you and to thousands of others has never been more important. As you move to the next stage of your life's journey, please know that just because you're graduating, you will never lose your connection to Metro State. You will carry the mission of this great college with you no matter where you go, whether it's down the street, to another state, or across an ocean. So, graduates of the Metropolitan State University class of 2021, on behalf of all the people who applaud your achievements, please accept my heartfelt congratulations on this important milestone in your lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Coles. I now invite Ms. Christine Hansen, Director of Alumni Relations, to bring greetings and a welcome on behalf of the university's Alumni Association and the Foundation Board.
Graduates, On behalf of the Metropolitan State University Alumni Association, I am honored to be one of the many people who will congratulate you on your achievement. Yay! Today we celebrate you as you become a member of the Metropolitan State University Alumni Association. The company is impressive. We support each other, we have fun together, we join together to give back to the Metro State students that follow us. Being part of the alumni community also comes with a challenge. We challenge you to use your education to lift up your families and your community. Your graduation coincides with Metro State's 50th anniversary. As we look forward to your bright future, I'd like to take just a moment to acknowledge the alumni who have gone before you. At our first commencement in 1973, 12 students became the first Metro State alumni. As the alumni director, I've spoken to many of them over the years, and they credit Metro State as playing part in their success since those early days. One of the first graduates, Lois Anita Young, shares this thought. I attended classes at Spelman College and Tuskegee University before coming to Minnesota. At that time, no college or university in the Twin Cities would give me credit for my previous work when I was ready to go back to school. Metro State rescued my future and gave me a career. I am who I am because of Metro State. As you look ahead, know that your university believes in you. I believe that you have the strength and dedication to become the change you want to see in the world. After all, you are Metro State. And you aren't facing the future alone. Just like in your student days, the entire Metro family and alumni community will be by your side. I'm truly honored to celebrate your day today and welcome you to the Metro State alumni community.
Thank you, Christine. And I should tell you, Christine once sat in your seat. She herself is an alumnus of Metro State. Well, we now have a video from Interfaculty Organization President, Professor Matthew Filner, to bring greetings from the Metropolitan State University faculty.
Fall 21 graduates. My name is Professor Matthew Filner, and it is my great honor as faculty president to congratulate you today on graduating from Metropolitan State University. Although I am unable to join you in person, I hope that you all know that the faculty members who have been part of your academic journey are so proud of you. Whether we taught you in your first course at Metro, or were your capstone professor, or your advisor, or anywhere in between, it was our great honor to help you towards graduation. So many of you have overcome such a variety of barriers, from the pandemic and associated economic crises, to the many personal and professional commitments that took you away from your studies. And throughout, you overcame all of those obstacles to reach this important milestone. Please know that one of the most rewarding things about teaching is hearing from former students. Please stay in touch with your favorite faculty members. But even more importantly, please pay it forward. When you encounter students and others who are facing their own barriers, do what you can to help them. The biggest thank you you can give to those who helped you reach this important day of graduation is to help others to reach theirs. Again, on behalf of the faculty, congratulations.
Now, we have a very special video greeting from our very own Senator, Amy Klobuchar.
It's great to join the Metropolitan State University Fall Class of 2021 on Metro State's 50th anniversary. It's incredible to think how much Metro State has grown since it opened in an office space above a drugstore all those years ago. Thank you, President Arthur, for inviting me to join you all today. And faculty and staff, thank you. The success of all of you students is your success too. And to all the family members watching today, enjoy this special time. I remember the graduations in my families, my own, of course, and my daughter's. And you never forget that moment of pride. That's what you are all experiencing today. To the graduates, the class of 2021, congratulations. I'd like to especially acknowledge Beirut Abafogi, a fantastic staff member, a caseworker in my office, who is graduating from the College of Community Studies and Public Affairs. I'm so proud of you, Beirut. All of you, including Beirut, are tomorrow's engineers, artists, business leaders, police officers, doctors, nurses, teachers, and social workers. And yes, tomorrow's U.S. senators. I'm joining you today as a granddaughter of an iron ore miner who never even got to finish middle school because he had to work down in the mines to support his family, who saved money in a coffee can to send my dad to college. I'm joining you as the daughter of a teacher who taught second grade until she was 70 years old, and a newspaperman, my dad, who came from a hard-scrabble life up in northern Minnesota and went on to be an incredible newspaper columnist. I'm joining you with that background as the first woman elected to the U.S. Senate from the state of Minnesota. That is the power of education. You are part of a generation that has stared down huge obstacles and persevered. You have gotten your education through this pandemic, through some really difficult times. All of you have your own stories, but you've made it through. If you can do that, you can do anything. I have every confidence that Metro State has prepared you for all the challenges and possibilities of this moment, and you will shine brightly in everything you endeavor. I'm here in Washington. We need more good people who are interested in being involved in our civic life, who want to do everything from run for office to working at nonprofits to volunteering their time. You get that there will be a moment where you will be giving back. Thank you so much. Congratulations again to the fall class of 2021. Go out and do good.
I am so grateful to Senator Klobuchar for her message. I now invite Pierre Young to bring greetings from the Metropolitan State University Student Association.
Greetings. I'm Pierre Young, your MSUSA board member. It's great to see you all in person. We're still in the pandemic, but we did it. With 24 hours and 7 days a week to create change, to make something of ourselves. When the pandemic started, our learning entered in the virtual world where we had to figure out as students on how to succeed. In the long run, you learn something new every day, becoming tech savvy. It was like an online multiplayer game, trying to handle Zoom and trying to escape the virtual learning for hours. We have won the game by learning patience with technology and remembering to our goals to succeed. Da-na-na-na. You gamers probably know that sound. Here we are at the level of graduate now. As I look back at 2014, I never thought that I would keep going after 7 years of college. Through full-time jobs, actively participating in student leadership, and the many organizations I've been involved, now here I am with my fellow graduates today. While this day sets apart from the previous graduations is simple, the challenge of making decisions wasn't easy. We all had someone in our corner to cheer us on through the good and bad times, where our losses have become pivotal lessons for a lifetime. I encourage all of you to be proud of yourselves as you have risen to meet the challenges of life. Everyone had a different level of arduous pressures and hardships along the way. Yet, in spite of those differences, the commodity lied in the discipline and fortitude shown by each of you here today. Everyone went through this for a different reason. Wherever life takes you, keep going. Trust your process. Metro State forever. Congratulations, class of 2021. Thank you.
Thank you, Pierre. All of the faculty and staff at Metropolitan State contribute to the academic success of our students through their work and through their commitment to the mission of the university. Today, we recognize a long-term academic advisor and recent director of Student-Directed Learning Office, who has now retired. On the recommendation of her colleagues, Marcia has been granted emeritus status. Marcia Anderson was also recently recognized for her career and contributions to experiential learning with a national award from the Council for Adult and Experiential Learning. I invite Marcia Anderson to please stand and to be recognized. We will also be acknowledging the special accomplishments of students as they graduate today. Students with grade point averages of 3.7 or higher are graduating this afternoon with Latin honors. They are indicated in the commencement program and will be noted when they accept their degrees. Other students have been nominated by faculty or advisors for the President's Outstanding Student Awards based on the following criteria: academic excellence, academic innovation in their educational program, community service, professional accomplishments, and other relevant service. The outstanding student finalists and recipients are listed in the program. These recipients were also celebrated at a virtual reception last weekend. I now ask the Outstanding Student Award recipients to stand as they are able when I read their names, and to remain standing until all recipients have been announced so that we may acknowledge their accomplishments. Brittany Samuels, the School of Urban Education undergraduate recipient. Kaisa Tomazi, the College of Liberal Arts undergraduate recipient. Irene Mineoi Amarani, School of Urban Education graduate recipient. And Don Shelby, College of Individualized Studies undergraduate recipient. Please join me in congratulating these students. You may be seated. Metropolitan State University is proud to be a Beyond the Yellow Ribbon company. It's our privilege to serve more veteran and active military students than any other college or university in Minnesota. They enrich our learning communities every day. At this time, I would like to ask all students, faculty, staff, and audience members who are veterans, active military, or military family members to stand as they are able so that we may greet them. Thank you so much. At this time, I'd like to introduce Dr. Carol Lacey, who will introduce our student speaker for today's ceremony.
At each commencement, our featured address is presented by a representative of the graduating students. Speaking to us today on behalf of the outstanding student group and our graduates is my advisee, Don Shelby, the outstanding student recipient for the College of Individualized Studies undergraduate program, who is receiving his undergraduate degree in Individualized Studies today. Don Shelby and I hail from the old school of investigative reporting, where the insights journalists gleaned from immersion in the subjects they were reporting were valued more than their academic credentials. One of the most honored local television journalists in the country, among Don's awards are 3 national Emmys, the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Humanitarian of the Year Award, and the Pulitzer Prize of Broadcasting, the George Foster Peabody. After retiring from a half-a-century journalism career, notably as WCCO news anchor, he had unfinished business on his agenda, completing his college degree. Within months of his retirement, he began that journey at Metropolitan State. Now he graduates with an individualized BA summa cum laude, an exemplar as a student who has applied deep and varied experiential learning to fulfill graduation requirements. With the exception of the introductory Perspectives 301 Educational Planning and Philosophy course, he has earned all his credits and completed graduation requirements at Metropolitan State through prior learning assessment, both individualized and course equivalencies. Minnesota State policies and procedures for PLA were revised several years ago, and they do not limit the number of credits or the percentage of credits students can earn through PLA. Through deliberations leading to that revision, the question was asked, could someone graduate with all PLA credits? For most, that question would be hypothetical. For Don, his well-earned accomplishments offer a fitting 50th anniversary tribute to the vision of Metro State's founders, G. Theodore Mitau and David Sweet.
Thank you, Carol. Without you, nothing. Directors represented by the Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Jay Coles, my friend, colleague, and mentor, Madam Provost, Madam President, faculty and staff, and most importantly, fellow graduates. I am honored to be counted with you, to share in our hopes and dreams and promises made. I am not unmindful that many, if not most of you here today receiving your degrees have accomplished this achievement by traveling a road more fraught with obstacles, difficulties, and barriers than the one I have traveled in life. Nevertheless, like so many of you, if not most of you in this room, graduating today, I am the first person in my birth family to receive a college degree. We each have our reasons for taking on higher education. Mine is the result of an apology, an overdue apology. I struggled when I was younger in my first attempt at college. I became an alcoholic, and alcohol became more important than school. In fact, it became more important than anything in my life. I now have 41 years of sobriety. But that sobriety didn't come before I quit college and harmed a lot of people. In my program of recovery is a step 9. It says, made amends to all people we had harmed, except when to do so would injure them or others. I work that step every day of my life. But it occurred to me 7 years ago that I had never apologized to myself. The amend mentioned in that step isn't just an apology, but it's a promise to change. Today I celebrate with you not only the presentation of a degree, but a way of saying to that boy in college 56 years ago, I am sorry I treated you so awfully and sentenced you to a life of feeling less. And despite later successes, always feeling like a failure. I came to know of Metropolitan State University while covering the war in Iraq. A member of the Minnesota National Guard named Major John Donovan told me once I had shared this shame that I am sharing with you. He said, well, Metro State has a program for veterans. And in fact, it has a way of measuring life experience and work history and turning what you have learned in life into college credits. I wouldn't be with you here today if it were not for Major John Donovan. I would not be graduating if it were not for my advisor, who you just heard, Dr. Carol Lacey. She was my cheerleader, my taskmaster, and for 7 years, there were months when she cared more about my dream of graduating than I did. And she had faith in me when I had little in myself. Carol, thankfully, never gave up on me. She instilled in me a belief and knowledge that your life is worth something. If you have lived a halfway decent life, you have value. My path in life is nearing its end, but I intend to walk the rest of it on my terms. For most of you, this path has just been open to you. Make that path what you want it to be, not what others chart for you. To my beautiful wife, to my children, thank you for encouraging this old man to live out a dream. And to all of you beautiful people, the most diverse campus perhaps in America. Age, gender, race, creed, origin, orientation. You may be the most important part of my education here. Folks, at the age of 74, I have been a fit candidate to end the rest of my days as just another old white man. But your personal stories, your sharing, your openness, your experiences kept me and is keeping me from becoming something I never wanted to be. You are my friends, and I cherish what you have given me. This diploma and these honors mean a lot to me, more than you can know. But they do not mean as much as what my fellow students have given to my soul.
Thank you, Don, for your inspiring remarks. Now is the time the students have been anticipating and for which they have worked so very hard, the presentation and conferral of degrees. This is the official recognition signifying your great and academic and personal achievements. The master's degree students will be called forward, and then our undergraduate students by college or school. Once students have crossed the stage, all the students have crossed the stage, the presidents will confer degrees on all the graduates. Therefore, it's important to remain until the end of the ceremony so that you will receive your official degree conferral. To be sure that each graduate is appropriately recognized and to enable all members of the audience to observe the ceremony and to ensure compliance with the fire safety regulations, we ask that you stay seated and keep the aisles and the front of the auditorium clear throughout the ceremony. A professional photographer will take photographs, and graduates will be sent the information about ordering them. Finally, and this is the hardest part, I ask that you hold your cheers and applause to a minimum until all the students have crossed the stage. This will ensure that each person's name can be heard. After the last graduate has crossed the stage, we will congratulate them all together. It's a long-standing academic tradition that university officials congratulate graduates at commencement by shaking hands. But for the health and safety of us all, we will refrain from this custom in this ceremony. But we are so happy to greet you in person. As each graduate name is called, please advance to the center of the stage and turn to face the audience. There is a photographer that will take a picture of each student with the president and provost. You'll find a marker with feet prints. Go there. Students, you can choose to remove your mask for the photo if you like. During our ceremony, we're assisted by Dr. Carol Lacey, who will read the name of the graduates as they cross the stage. Graduates, the ushers will guide you from your seat to the stage and back. And when you've returned to your seat, please feel free to sit down. Will the candidates meeting the requirements for the master's degrees please come forward?
School of Urban Education, Master's Program, Master of Science in Education, Irene Minoe Amarani. Esperance Musabian Mata. Eunice Faith Boyway. Ayan Ibrahim. Matthew Shaver. Megan Helmick Susay. Tracy Larson. Samantha Hedden. Erica O'Neill Catalan. Amanda Lynette Cotton. Michael Templeman Ward. College of Individualized Studies, Master of Arts, Amy Coombs. Fred Malia Foley. Carson Cole. School of Urban Education, undergraduate, Brittany Samuels. Janelle Martin. Kafia Mohammed, graduating cum laude. Naimi Abdullah Mohammed. Judith Matias Martinez, graduating magna cum laude. Diana Aguilar Amuhamada. Rebecca Foster, graduating cum laude. James Farah. Jama Farah, sorry. Fathia Duyad. Angela Hins, graduating cum laude. Matthew Fox Johnson. Shua Zhang. Padra Yang Vang. Isabel Vu. Kiana Williams. College of Liberal Arts undergraduates, Kaisha Tamasa, graduating summa cum laude. Joshua Reese Hopkins, graduating summa cum laude. Evelyn Yang. Juliana Lombard. Felicia Tripathi. Elizabeth Ann Marino. Theodore William Kermis. Matthew Salvatore Emerson. Eric Suke. Catherine Nofke, graduating summa cum laude. Walker Jog. Brooke Seekins. Avery Hunter, graduating cum laude. Sam Kleinberger, graduating summa cum laude. Adriana Cordenas. Yatanga Branch. Matthew Thompson. Julie Nelson. Elisha Halt. Isaac Chan. Gabriella Pierce Mitchell. Jorge Moran Rodriguez. Deborah Edlin, graduating magna cum laude. Miranda O'Connick, graduating summa cum laude. Lorelei Noor. Domo? Okay. Domo Zhang. Hannah Becker, graduating cum laude. Logan Joseph Johnson. Catherine Boyer. Pierre Young. Nardos Amsalu Woldai, graduating summa cum laude. Sierra Johnson, graduating magna cum laude. Va Yang. Mona Munahmed. Dudre Haja Phillips. College of Individualized Studies undergraduate, Carolyn Clark, graduating cum laude. Karina Smith Kamaku. Esther Gaia Moleka. Gail Devereaux, graduating summa cum laude. Maya Fox. Annette Bridges, graduating summa cum laude. Alexis Rowland. Katie Jensen. Fatima Mohammed, graduating summa cum laude. Mary Jean Huerta. Youssef Mohammed. Anissa M. Ali, graduating cum laude. Margie Dennis, graduating magna cum laude. Daryl Young. Maurice O'Bannon. Cynthia Letterman Bolton. Ezra Knight. Don Shelby, graduating summa cum laude. I got the wrong card. Tim Smith. Lisa Marie Scott. John Lechner, graduating magna cum laude. Belia Woodman. Sora Christensen. Carolyn Racine Jackson, graduating magna cum laude. Andrea St. Clair. Carissa McDuffie. Tara Ambrose, graduating summa cum laude. Courtney Poplar, graduating summa cum laude. Shirlea Love. Emily Ryan, graduating summa cum laude. Jesse Michael Nelson. Joseph Jacobs. Jody Thomas. Destiny Hobson. Sierra Hurst. Zaib Saeed.
Please celebrate our graduates. Please be seated. It's now time for the official conferral of degrees. Will the master's degree candidates stand? President Arthur, on behalf of the graduate program faculty, it is my pleasure to recommend these candidates for the degrees of Master of Science in Urban Education, Master of Liberal Studies, Master of Science in Technical Communication, Master of Arts in Individualized Studies, and Master of Sciences in Individualized Studies.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Minnesota State, and under its rules and the laws of the state of Minnesota, I hereby confer upon you the master's degrees for which you are recommended, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. You may now move your tassels. Woo! Please be seated.
Will all the bachelor degree candidates please stand? President Arthur, on behalf of the undergraduate program faculty, it is my pleasure to recommend these candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, or Bachelor of Applied Science.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Minnesota State, and under its rules and the laws of the state of Minnesota, I hereby confer upon you the baccalaureate degrees for which you are recommended, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. You may now move your tassels. Please be seated. Graduates, over the next few weeks, You will no doubt receive many well-deserved congratulations for your academic achievements. You have worked hard, and you should feel tremendously proud. But as we all know, most of you did not do this alone. The support of family, friends, employers, and communities is usually essential to helping you reach this point of graduation. Before we conclude today's ceremony, let us pause to acknowledge and thank all of the family members, friends, and others who supported you along the way and who helped make your presence here possible and helped you achieve this dream. To all of you who played the role of coach, encourager, paper reader, cook, driver, or child care provider, on behalf of these graduates and on behalf of the entire Metropolitan State University community, thank you. And now, we ask our graduates and guests to remain at their seats and to please remain standing for the recessional of the platform party, which will be followed by the recessional of the graduates. Graduates will meet their families and friends in the atrium. Everyone should exit to the rear of the auditorium while trying to practice social distancing. Thank you all for being here today and for sharing in this joyous celebration of our graduates' achievements. It is now my pleasure to inform you that Metropolitan State University's 109th commencement ceremony is now concluded.